Hello everyone, and welcome to another Black Desert stream. My name is Shirna.
My name is Trent.
And as you can see, we have put in a lot of effort into our Sage cosplay this time around.
We did. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel kind of blinged out, but cool.
It feels good. I'm not going to lie. I actually like it. Hold on. Let me move the monitor out of the way so you can see it in all its gloriousness.
Let's go.
We only need one monitor today. Anyway.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that the sound is okay. We don't see any complaints, so we're going to assume...
Ghetto fabulous. You're absolutely right.
We're going to assume that everyone is hearing us. Sage's MC Hammer. Flavor Flav, man. It's Flavor Flav.
Whatever fans I apparently had,
They've gone. They've gone.
Yes, Shirna does have a functional mask now.
It's still kind of slipping a little bit as we're laughing and talking because I open my mouth really wide. But yeah.
They look like Brazilian drug dealers.
Why Brazilian, man? Why you got to stereotype that? Like, it could be from anywhere.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, let's get into this.
So, as you may or may not know, today is going to be the Sage's release day for Black Desert on console. The new class is here. That's not much we can say about it, really. There's a new class, and Trent is going to show it because Trent is better at new classes than me. Actually, Trent is just better than me.
Someone was asking about enjoying the content. I was like, oh, are we going to get like top tier Sage gameplay? And I was like, nah, it's like top of the bottom. It's what we do around here. Anyways, so if you're new to the stream, welcome. We're going to go through the patch notes, then events, some state-of-the addresses if we have any. I don't believe we have any right now. Gameplay, then a dedicated Q&A section to it.
Yeah, so the usual fanfare in these streams. I think the last skill in that video is the 200%, but I've never reached the 200%, so...
It's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. We have the technology for Sage. Sir, technology is coming. You just gotta hold on, all right? Okay, so Sage is introduced. This brings in the Hall of Adventurers Sage chat group.
Because that's the most important thing with Sage coming in.
The most important thing, not just the class, the chat group is the most important thing. So, a quick reminder, Sage does launch with his Succession, but he will still be missing a few of the Awakening skills because he doesn't have Awakening yet. That will come in a future update. We're unsure when that will be precisely, but it will be in a future update when we get that. Trent, what is one of the key defining features of the Sage when he reaches level 60?
Can go in and out, or can enter Ackman, Histria, and all those places without actually having the key for it.
Right. Yeah. There's a couple of caveats to this.
Yeah.
First of all, you need to have completed at least once, I think it's once per family, the quests that you can get from the NPCs in the desert. You need to complete the instant entry quests.
For Ackman and Histria.
For Ackman and Histria. So that's Chaotic Ackman Temple, which you can get from Atosa. And then you can get the Histria Ruins quest with the rumors at Ibalab Oasis. Once you complete those, instead of offering the Black Spirit's Claw for instant teleportation, he will just yeet himself in there. He also has access to Katuga, and when it launches, he will have access to Sikraya Abyssal Zone, I believe.
So for those of you who are wondering when Sikraya is going to come in or what Sikraya is, I implore you to go watch the dev video because it has all the dates and the time frame of when we're expecting that to be in there. There is one more thing with Sage that you might want to mention.
Which one? Oh, the 100% damage one?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't already know, damage in Black Desert is usually 70-30, depending on what you're using. So if you're using Awakening, it'll use like 30% damage from your main hand. If you're using main hand skills, it uses 30% damage from your Awakening. Due to not having Awakening, Sage will be doing 100% of his damage from his main hand weapon. So he'll be doing extra damage compared to usual.
And we'll be showing off how to play Sage. There was someone on Twitter who was like, please don't show Sage gameplay.
I mean, that is a very fair comment to make after seeing what we've done in the past.
Yeah, so I'll warn you guys when we start the gameplay and just like give it like 10, 15 minutes.
That's where you can walk away. Just keep the sound on, but walk away. Go get yourself a nice cup of coffee or, have some dinner. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but that's what you could do during that time.
Yeah, we know what we do in new classes. So, yeah. The next thing, Ovia servers are getting a boost.
Yes.
Right? Now, for those of you who are joining us from PC or who know about PC, it's slightly different because of, spec differences.
Yep.
So, since you wrote up all this, I'm going to let you go through this.
I forgot the GM note. I didn't print it out. But basically, you're getting extra buffs to your EXP and your skill EXP. Life skills, while you're in the Ovia server, you will be getting buffs up to Artisan 1. And I believe that's on all life skills. And then contribution points also get a bump from 0 to 99, 99 to 149, I think, and then 150 to 200. And you'll be getting boosted EXP rates on your contribution points, so you'll be able to get up to a usable contribution point total much quicker than normal. And I believe to celebrate this, the Ovia buffs are happening. Oh, I actually have all that here. It's 0 to 99, 100 to 199, and 200 to 249. And it's extra EXP on each level.
Even though there's a lot of numbers taken right now, these will all be included in the patch notes as well as the GM note regarding...
And the event notes as well,
Yeah.
because the new Ovia server buff will be going to every server as an event for the first.
But I'll explain that more during the events.
Yep. Okay, boys. Technology is here.
Oh, do we hit them with the intro again?
We hit them with the intro. We bought you Drying in the Desert.
Good stuff.
We bought you the new skill UI.
Even better stuff.
What did we bring last time?
We also brought them walking.
Oh yeah, we bought walking. How could we forget the most important part? We bought walking.
There was walking involved, yes.
Now, guys, the technology is there. You can move certain elements around on your UI. Certain elements. There are massive restrictions with this. You won't be able to move your level point information, your family buff, location, time information, minimap, and ring menu, but anything else that includes the chat window, your buffs, your skill cooldowns, your family, whatever, you can move those around the screen as you feel. So you could turn them off or move them around.
Now, just to be clear in chat, you can move them.
You can. It is possible.
You can move them. I'm just going to leave it at that for now.
I will say that there is a chance this might not make it into the very final build. It really depends if it goes through more QA. This has been on my patch notes. So I talked about this before, things getting removed from patch notes. This has been on for 3 updates in a row and gets removed every time. So this time, seems like we've reached that final goal, and we'll see if that comes in.
Yep. Anything else that we got to bring in? There's one more thing. Wait, what did I just say? Yeah, so we're done with the tech is here for that one now?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the new technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next really big thing
Yeah.
is for those of you guys that know, and I'll throw it in chat because you guys can help people who don't know about this. You get Capotia accessories at certain levels.
61, 62, 63, 64.
Boom. Right? You get the ring, earring, belt, necklace. We've changed that so that you can now... We've reorganized how you get those rings, as well as the tri-versions of them.
Yeah.
So Capotia ring was at 61, now 58. Capotia earring was at 62, now 59. Belt 63, now 60. Necklace at 64, now 61. At 62, tri Capotia ring, 63 tri Capotia earring, 64 tri Capotia belt, and 65 tri Capotia necklace.
These can only be completed once per family, and I believe you will get any reward you haven't already got. So you won't be getting an extra Capotia ring, you won't be getting an extra earring if you're level 62, but what you will be getting is the Capotia belt, necklace, and the tri ring if you are at level 62.
Yes, so you will be getting those things.
We're also reducing the manufacturing level of all Capotia accessories to level 61. And the other thing I did want to mention is that the cooking-related life skill quests, they are getting fixed. And then a bunch of, not a bunch, a couple of character changes, a couple of fixes here and there. And was there anything else?
There is one more. A new, even minier technology is here, sir.
Which one's this? Oh, that one.
A
Go
new
on then.
minier technology.
Go for it.
We brought you drying in the desert.
Come on, you can skip this part. You can skip this part.
We let you move your menu left and right, etc., etc. We're
Whoa,
going
whoa,
up to the
whoa,
end.
whoa. We let them, but it doesn't mean we approve of it.
Yeah. By the way, right? Every time I've been walking into people's streams and I see it on the right side, I make a point about it, and they're like, dude, you didn't see nothing. So they've taken down their streams, moved it to the left, and bring it back up, which is incredible. I love you guys so much for this. When you're in your residence and you have certain items that will give you buffs, now you'll be able to see what buffs they are.
Yep, so before you accept it, it will say, like, this item will give you plus 10 AP. I don't know, I can't remember any of the interior buffs. But it'll show you what buff it is before you accept it. So a small quality of life change that's probably worth it. Anyway.
Exactly. And one last thing, if you're in your crafting notes.
Oh boy.
Sir.
Forgot about this one.
If you're in your crafting notes, before, in the Dark Ages, you had to type out the entire thing.
Every letter perfectly spelled.
Now, hopefully, you can use partial parts of that entity.
So instead of writing iron, you can write IRO, and it will come up with the search results for iron ore.
You're welcome.
Ta-da!
You say I don't listen to you, but I listen to you. I know. That's what I do. Next thing. So yeah, character changes and all that kind of stuff. We don't really go over the numbers. And yeah.
It's mostly just fixes this time around. There are no real buffs or nerfs.
Yeah.
There is an upcoming change happening. The double damage from the core skills isn't going to be updated this update. We're still trying to get to the root of the issue of what has caused it to occur. And once we get the root, then we can take it out. The reason we don't just want to put a patch in is because if you just patch something like this, there is a chance it will come back. We want to make sure that we understand what is happening with it and then rip it out by the roots so it never grows back. Think of bugs like weeds. You know, you just got to rip out the roots and hopefully it never comes back.
Given our audience, probably not the plan we should have used.
Sir. Sir. All right, events.
Okay, let's jump into it. So that's it for the patch notes. We're going to jump into events right now. So with the arrival of Sage, it also brings about, and I hate pronouncing this because I don't really know the pronunciation of it.
Hexahedron.
Is it hexahedron or hexahedron?
Hexahedrons.
Hexahedrons. Okay. So hexahedrons. So once you log in, you'll get the unknown hexahedron.
Yep.
You get an unknown hexahedron. You'll get pieces by gathering, killing monsters, and fishing. You slap those things together. You get a different kind of hexahedron. There's different levels, and you trade those in to get ancient spirit dust. The maximum at the highest tier is 50.
Yep.
Right, and you can keep going. We'll kind of show that over. Another thing that happens is much like Hessashin, much like Guardian, there is a special EXP buff that comes with Sage. So the ancient Kiev, because I'm saying in the Korean pronunciation.
Yeah,
Kiev,
it's
right?
Kiev.
So the ancient Kiev is going to appear randomly throughout the world. You get a certain buff from it, which is, where did it go? Skill EXP plus 300% for the disassembled ancient Kiev. The disassembled one. So any character can go and get this thing.
Yeah.
Sage, however, once he goes to this and sees this, can touch it, approach it, and it makes it a bigger and better, stronger ancient Kiev, which gives you combat EXP plus 100 and skill EXP plus 300%.
Yeah.
If you have other buffs, because if you haven't logged into one of your characters for God knows how long, and it still has the mysterious night buff, or it has the Unix flame
Unique Seed.
Unique Seed one, or if you haven't logged in since Assassin, the Sandstorm buff, this will replace that.
Yep.
It'll overlap and replace it. All those details will be in the event notice. But just like before, once you touch it, it gives you 180 for 180 minutes. You touch it again, it'll replenish it, not add more time to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Next thing, log in as Sage and you get a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
It's not, Level up event, which will give you combat scrolls, Shaki boxes, accessory boxes, and if you get to level 60, that's what it gives you. 61, 62 have a very special reward, which gives you Ancient Spirit Dust plus 200, Item Brand Spellstones, Advice of Vox 70, and Chronostones 200 at 61, 62.
Just going to say, for the first time ever, the Shaka-2 Rarity and Luxury box, the Shaka-2, was it Rarity box that was sold on the weekend for 100 silver?
Luxury box,
Yeah, gave me some good stuff.
It's
Never done it before.
I'll pause the events for right now. What did you guys get in the Shaka-2 luxury boxes? Because I got meme frags.
I got a tri accessory and a duo accessory.
How many item brandstones? I believe it's 2. Once you reach level 61. I got meme frags. It wasn't.
Yeah, meme frags. I mean, come on, man. It's standard. Some people get lucky.
Bassy.
I just want to say as well, right? The gold bar boxes have been very kind to me.
Bassy,
let's go.
Hundo stack.
Look, man, the amount of boxes I've opened and got absolutely nothing. It's nice to get something and sprinkle some sugar on it. Because I know for the next 100 boxes I'm going to open, I'm going to get meme frags and hards.
Streamer buffs confirmed. Gotta take a look into this.
How can we get jewelry and throw it in our face? Because it doesn't happen very often.
Are you talking about the Shaki box, or are you talking about these things? This is not jewelry, man.
He's talking about the Shaki boxes.
Okay.
But it doesn't happen very often. I just wanted to bring it up.
What
You
got Tet Ogre?
nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Crescent
Crazy,
ring?
yeah.
No tag this update. There was April, I believe it was mentioned in the video. But yeah.
Okay, I'm going to keep going on events, and then memes always means. I'll keep going on events. So, as Shirna mentioned, with the new Ovia server boost, we're also having a special hot time where it kind of spills over to all other servers. So, all other servers. Combat EXP plus 150% if you're level 50 or below. Skill EXP plus 50% for everybody. Contribution point EXP buffs as well. So, if your current CP is from 0 to 99, which... there's a lot of you out there that are like that. Mm-hmm. Your contribution point EXP once you get it is plus 150%. 100 to 199 plus 100%. 200 to 249 plus 50%. Also, during the weekend, there'll be an additional combat EXP plus 100% for those of you who are level 15 and below. And aside from that, there's also going to be a 24-hour life skill hot time, which is slightly different from the one that we're having now, and it's going to end in the maintenance. Basically, if you are not at Artisan 1 on your life skills, you will get a plus 100% life skill EXP hot time. So let's say you're at cooking beginner 10. That cooking EXP is buffed by 100%. Mm-hmm. However, once you get to Artisan 1, that doesn't mean your other life skills, which are not Artisan, stop getting the hot time. You all get it.
Yeah.
Right. It happens for each life skill that is not at Artisan 1. If you are at 362 CP, congratulations.
Yeah, you don't get the buffs. This is to help people get caught up with their contribution. It is the Ovia server buffs provided to everyone. So basically the idea is if your current life skills are not that high, now is the time to get it done because the extra EXP. Just want to bring up Putty Joker on YouTube. Can we hide player name? Yes, you can. It's already in the settings.
Cool. Another event does this work at 403 CP? Well, if the range was up to 299.
249. 249.
249, sorry. If the range was there and you go past the range, I don't think it'll work.
Yep. And that's it. That's pretty much it. They're login events and all that stuff.
Login events and some other stuff, but not as important right now. But that is our update.
Sage class. To sum it up, Sage class.
Mm-hmm.
Moving the UI around.
Yeah.
Seeing your buffs. And
partial word search queries. in your crafting notes. I don't know about the other places.
So, some of the other things, this is the state of address. We've done it a little bit differently. We are aware of the crashing issues on all platforms. We're looking into it to see what we can do about it. This is like, we're unsure. Not the devs. We're unsure of like what's causing the issues. We've been trying to get down to the root of it ourselves. We discovered the Logia gear crash, which got fixed. But you know, there's other things happening, and we're looking into it, and we're getting as much data as we can. We ask that you send tickets to support. Now, support has come, you know, under fire recently. Our support as well. The replies that you get are only half of the influence your ticket has. So if you're crashing and you send a ticket and they say, okay, do this step, this step, this step, but you've already done it, don't stress. Don't worry about it. What you have done is you have logged it again for us to have a much easier time accessing than, say, crash reports through your systems. They're still useful because they're batched, but your ticket, if you say like, okay, I was talking to this NPC in Velia. I just walked into Velia and it crashed. If your ticket says things like that, that definitely helps us out as well. Yeah. The reply might be something that won't be very helpful to you because they cannot fix a crash. They cannot go back in time and make sure it doesn't crash. But what they're doing is making sure that all that data is forwarded to us, and they can say like, yo, we got 800 tickets of these players at these times. We've looked through their logs. This is what's in common. Is there anything about it? And then we look. No, yes. It is super important to send a ticket when there is a crash.
Yep. One further thing that I will mention on the PlayStation side of things is that when you get the blue screen and the error thing shows up, there's an option, and I don't think I've explained this well enough in the past. There's an option where it says send report. There's also a checkbox saying like, do you want to add a photo and or video? When you check that, it's not your screenshots or your videos that you've taken. What that checkbox does is that PlayStation will take the last like 30 seconds and take screenshots and videos and send it on your behalf. Yeah. So that's not on your hard drive. What it does is just it sends that.
Yeah.
So the more you guys send that, the better it would be. Thank you guys so much for that.
It's the same thing that we have the game DVR on Xbox and PlayStation has it as well, which is why you can just press a button and capture the last 30 seconds because it is constantly recording.
Yeah. Okay, so I think for that part, we're pretty much good to go.
Yeah. Yep. So you're going to be in the hands of... Oh, yeah. Don't forget, maintenance will be 1 hour extended for every region. There's a few back-end things that we need to do on the server side of things, I believe. So maintenance will be 5 hours instead of 4 hours. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to wait a little bit longer to play your Sage. But yeah, give me some of them Sage names while we go into the game. Kashima.
Hit me.
Bit of a delay there. There's latency on this this network here.
So the reason why I'm on Active Effects is because on a test server, I've already interacted with the souped up Ancient Keep. You can see it. It's combat EXP plus 100%, skill EXP plus 300%, regardless of level. That's what you're getting. Now in front of me is the where is the disassembled Ancient Keep. This is the lower grade version, right? So if I go and touch it, so there's approach and extend. Approach the keep is for every class. So if I do this, get a buff.
It won't overlap your other buff because it's less powerful.
No, it does.
It does?
Yes. That's what I'm trying to show. So if you touch the old one, right? And you already have the new, like the souped up version, you touch the old one, it will replace it. That's what I'm trying to say. So once you're Sage, oh my god,
someone called theirs Dr. Normal. Marvel lawsuit. Okay, that I like that one. That one's
if
good.
you're Sage, extend your hand onto the key. Extend your hand, start spinning. You can take a look at it. Now it is the rumbling Ancient Keep. So let's go back in, approach it,
and now you get the bigger buff.
Yes, indeed.
So this bigger buff,
yes.
Is it only for the Sage, or is it going to be for any class that interacts with it after you've turned it into a rumbling one?
Basically, it's anyone who touches it.
Yeah. Basically, that was a loaded question.
Yeah, you convert it. So you convert it, and anyone can get it. Wow.
Oh, that's a good name. Sage what?
Sage what? Dr. Bitcoin Marvel lawsuit is one of my favorites.
I'm not gonna read that one, but that one's good.
Which one?
I like that one.
That was beautiful.
Stefan Strange. That's good. That's good.
That was beautiful.
I was thinking about like absolute Con Sage, but you know, unfortunately that's not there. Dr. Leonidas. Yeah. That's this one, I think, right? We called this one Dr. Leonidas.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Someone stole my name, thanks. Shirna trades kids for crones, only on the weekends. Sage and Onion. Now, I was considering this one, and I went against it because I thought it would be too British of me to go for Sage and Onion. But I like that one, I like that one. Okay, give us a rundown of the class.
Psycho Crusher.
For those of you who are uninitiated, what is Psycho Crusher, dude?
It is M. Bison's attack from Street Fighter, which is, I love it so much. Nice. So basically, if you look at a lot of guys on YouTube, a lot of, which is Spatial Collapse, this already has a DP debuff on it.
Yep.
And if you add a skill add on it, it gives you both. So if you look at Apostle Defilement, there's 2 DP debuffs in there. This is kind of like in between.
Yep.
You know, you just do stuff with it. But front and R2 is your Psycho Crusher, and it goes back, which is dope. So if you put a back attack on it, it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, so the back attack buff that you're seeing on the screen when he's doing that, that is a skill add-on that's not naturally baked into the effect. And he's enjoying it more than you should.
Bison's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that during the whole period of like the pre-stream where we're setting up and making sure, he just sat there going back and forward just saying Psycho Crusher repeatedly. Yeah,
I love it.
Right now Sage does not have his awakening, so that is why 100% of the damage is coming from his main hand weapon. Are we going to get April Fool's stuff? I mean, I don't know. It's not April Fool's yet. Yes, he does launch with his succession. So as you can see, what he's using now, he is using the prime versions of some of these skills. So when you use them as you're leveling
We're
up,
using prime skills. Oh, absolutely. We have no absolute skills that have prime variants.
Yeah. So if you're leveling up and you find that the skills are a little bit different from what you're seeing here, this is because we're using the succession skills. I would recommend using the succession at least first, because you know you have it and it's an extra bump in damage. And then when awakening comes around, try that and sort that out. When are we getting the new awakening skills that have come out soon? They're checking some stuff with it for us specifically. Imperial update, not this update. Soon. I hate to say soon because it's not the greatest answer, and it annoys me. But unfortunately, there isn't much. It does. It really does. I hate the word soon. But there's not much we can really say about it at this time. Just that we know that people are waiting for it, so we're going to continue to ask for it.
Sorry.
Unless the chains and cubes are a hint, these are not hints to the April Fools. These are just.
This is literally us trying to cosplay and just failing miserably.
I just want to say this idea was not just brought up by us.
It was brought up by one of our higher ups.
It was brought up by one of our bosses, and we were like, "Yeah, let's go." Let us freely rearrange storage. I'll bring that up again. I brought it up a few weeks ago. Let me follow up on that. The Shirna drinking game continues. That's why I continue to say it. Trent needs to solve his cube. All right. We are actually terrible at solving cubes on our own.
Yeah.
And also we have glued these in. Like there is I don't know if you can see it, there is a wire holding it. It's not magically floating on the chain. So it's a bit hard to do. We will, after the stream, go on the internet, look up the Rubik's Cube solvers, and fix it for you. Are we all getting Are we getting all the Capotias? Only the Capotias you have not received already. I believe that's the way it works. If I'm wrong in that, please
What do you mean?
please bear with us. So basically, the Capotia changes. Anything that you have yet to receive, you will be able to receive. So if you've received the Capotia earring, you will not get a second Capotia earring.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if you have yet to receive the necklace and the belt because you haven't reached 63, 64,
but
you
because
will
of the
be,
new requirements,
yes,
you'll be able to.
You'll be getting those. I believe that's the way it's done. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to fully confirm this. If Kashima could do that for me,
I know what's up.
can you confirm the Capotia thing right now, if possible? But I believe that's the way it is. The special Kafras event wasn't a special Kafras event that was going to be the same as PCs. The special Kafras event was Kafras events that will pump in Kafras early on, like the Marcella event, where we got 50 per day. Kafras events weren't designed. Alright, so during the bowl, we got, was it 300 crowns?
Yeah, we got the same amount in Cron Stones.
Yeah. And he said, when Kafras comes, we'll make sure there are events that will make sure to give Kafras Kafras stuff. Mm-hmm. So that is the Ancient Spirit quest. We've got another one coming this time around. We know there is a thirst, let's say, for Kafras stones right now. So that is something we are aware of. And we're going to make sure that we push them out in a way where the people who are going about it the natural, I'm going to say natural way, the normal way of getting it, which is life skills and, grinding for Ancient Spirit Dust and stuff like that, that isn't completely invalidated. If we just dumped like 400 Kafras stones on everyone, that would not be great. So yeah, we're looking at, we're making sure that we're giving them in a more reserved manner. Why is he so slow? Why is he so slow?
Because he's beefy. You know how much muscle mass this guy has? He's massive.
Shout out to the guy that said, I'm Sage, but with a dad bod. Which
Dude,
is what my Sage is going to look
Not
like.
everyone is Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like, you can't move that fast.
Is he actually slow, or is he just...
Oh, yeah, dude. Look, this is him. This is him.
Is he carrying a trade pack?
His trade pack is his muscles.
Does he? He has max move speed right now?
No.
What's your move speed? I know your casting speed is at max, right?
I don't know. My move speed's a
Yeah,
1.
casting speed's max. Movement speed isn't very high, so you will be able to bump it a little bit more. What would you say is the quintessential Sage skill that we should be leveling up first?
Psycho Crusher. 100%. And I truly do mean this. Form Shift is really important because the secondary skill, where it does the recall, when you go back, is really good as movement. So, here, if you just spin the camera, you just go forward a lot. Also, if you're just using it as an actual attack, and you put the skill add on, it does back damage and down damage. You can do a lot of mayhem with that, you know what I mean? So, Spatial Collapse is really good too. I use the Spatial Collapse for the DP debuffs.
Yep.
And then I just go ham and I hope for the best. And if they're not dead, then I just kill them. So yeah.
The usual Trent way of playing.
Yeah.
So one of the things you can do is wind up a skill, then use Rift Chain.
Yes. So
and then when you come out of it, you pop it.
So if you do Spatial Collapse, which is like this, you see the animation charge there. But my casting speed is quite high. But
also, Rift Chain is on a ridiculously low cooldown.
Yeah. So these guys, I got my shield out here and then Psychic Pressure. See what I mean? It does a lot of damage. It's dope. Anyways, so Collapse, you dark root the chain it, and then it does that.
Yeah. So if you hold a skill, it will continue. You can also use Reset, because I know you don't use it because, yeah.
I don't. So what? Explain to the people what Reset does.
Reset will remove all cooldowns on skills.
You tried really hard not to say Reset.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It will reset the cooldowns on your skills. So if you use your buff, you can use it again. But then it gets back. It's on a 10-minute cooldown, I believe. Reset.
Yes.
So it's not exactly spammable.
So
it just might help you out.
I put it on my ring menu. If I press it, it should just reset everything there.
Yeah, and now you have a 10-minute cooldown. Unfortunately, it doesn't do itself.
Sage, come out today. You moved the date, not 31st. Why do people think it's coming today? Did I say today? I meant in the update.
In this week's update.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I said the word update or today. That's my fault.
Oh, that's Kashima just being Kashima.
Oh
It's
no,
obviously going to be in the next update.
no. But I can see some people being confused by that.
So Capotia levels are being modified. Yes, they're going to drop down to 58 they start at and then build up from there. So Capotia accessories will be easier to get. And you will get them at a time where you probably need them a little bit more. And then as you go past the necklace, which is the last one I believe, they go up to tri versions, which starts at 62. Arrow.
Any other questions on Sage?
EXP exchange coupon coming back. Unsure right now. Costa can. I'm gonna go punch Costa after this, because I am correct. So if you have yet to receive something in the Capotia, but your level is now higher, you will receive that item. So if you don't have the necklace and belt, if you didn't reach that high, you will receive them after the update.
Why did Costa say something different?
No, Costa said if you read the patch notes, you are correct.
Okay.
He knows I wrote them too. The 100% skill thing to Artisan does include trading, I believe.
The trading? Yeah, it doesn't have a limit.
Yeah.
It's any of the life skills are in your my info box.
No, the honest fragments are not reduced. So when are we getting those free Capotia? After the update. After the update, we will be giving out the Capotia accessories you have yet to receive based on your character level. So if your character is 62, you will receive the full set, plus a tri-ring, I believe. Will not chillin' or any kind of helpful gear be coming anytime soon? So we're not aware at this time if that will be coming in. It might, but unsure at this time. Instead, we're bringing the Ovia buffs as a way to help new players get into the game. Eventually, gear will be part of that as well, but there is still stuff in the game that will help newer players acclimatize. Can it be improved? Yeah, always. Like, you can always renew it and make it better. But it takes time, and we don't know when it's going to be. Add Cronestone option for Logia clothes and accessories. Don't know if that's possible. Did you fix the bug on Sage that was reported on PC? I have no idea because I didn't see that report. Sage comes out. It'll be... Right. Sage will be launched the 31st if you are in Europe, if you are in Asia. If you are in America, it will be the 30th. Starting. It'll be starting on the 30th, I believe, right?
If you're in America, your maintenance starts on the
30th. Yeah, so if you're in America, it'll be on the 30th. If you're in Europe and Asia, it will be on the 31st. Yeah, because it starts 11 p.m. on the 30th. Shirna, when will my Black Star quest get fixed? What's the fix? So one of the things you could do is just go talk to the Brazier again. I almost said the wrong thing. I have to be careful with that. So a few people have brought it up that, like, something went wrong and whatever. If you talk to the Brazier, it should summon him again, if that's what it is. The Brazier is one thing. You can, fix processing soon. Hold on. Wait. Sorry to interrupt. I need to look at the patch notes. There's one thing we forgot to mention, and I need to double check if it got deleted. Sorry guys. Okay, right. The fix isn't. So, mass processing. If you mass process and then, you have less than the required amount to mass process, you will mass process that last batch and then you are done. So let's say it takes 50 to mass process. I don't know the actual number. And you have 49. It will mass process that last 49 for you. As long as you did a mass processing cycle before. If that makes sense. Yeah. So mass processing will now do the whole thing. I should have bought another drink.
You want to end the gameplay and I'll help you with Q&A?
Oh, it's fine. Can I pay Pearl Abyss $100 for this last potion piece? Unfortunately, no. Mass remove.
100 anyways,
RNG trash enhancement ruins the games. I mean, that's how you feel. I would prefer what we have over new gear coming out every 3 months, but that's everyone's entitled to an opinion. Make the 49 quest and move it up to 59. No. At 59, you can go to a few of the spots where PvP should be enabled, like Ackman Histria. So I don't think they'll ever move the 49 quest up to 59. Garmoth as a world boss when we have stabilized it more. The last event was better than the first time we bought him out, but there's still work to be done. So we're still trying to get that fixed. Wait, camera fixed. The camera snaps back to center when you go up, down, or up. Can we have the option to unlock it? Unfortunately, can you send me a DM after this so I can find out exactly what you're saying? I'm not sure what the snap is. Ruler P quest hasn't been increased this time round. It will be increased in the future. Hey Aqua, please make the gear ring around the guy like PC. What?
Sorry, say that again?
Please make the gear ring around the guy like PC.
Oh, so I imagine when you go into the inventory, there's a wheel.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't know. There's a part of me that likes the bingo aspect of it. Everyone, yeah. I can bring it up. That's no problem, but personally, I prefer the lines. But that's just me. Why is the Garmoth heart rate so skewed against Sacred? I mean, because you're Sacred. Isn't that where Sly lives?
No. Sly lives in Nameless.
Who lives in Sacred? Anyone good?
Good?
Oh, okay. Alright, no one good in Sacred, that's why. None of you can do enough damage to Garmoth to get the heart drop. That's not how it works, by the way.
Someone's gonna give me a message after.
Yeah. The hunting sniper rifle, we're not sure when. Maybe with blue gear it might come out. There's aspects of it that need to be tested more. Unfortunately, we were not aware of this before the update. But basically, the sniper rifle has its own mini UI, and we need to make sure it works with console controllers in mind. So we're going to take a look at that. How are we? No one ever asked that, really. How are you guys doing?
How are we?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
This is the first time in a while where I'm just like playing the game and not answering chat.
I know, it's nice, isn't it?
No, I like talking to chat. I really do. Because I just attack them.
Yeah, that's my job this week. I
will say though, in regards to both YouTube and Twitch, like for the most part, our community is pretty understanding. Because I say this to you, and I say this to a lot of people within the office, man. Like we have a back and forth with our chat and our community. Let's say we were in other companies or in a different profession, would be construed as unprofessional and somewhat hostile.
I don't know what you're talking about. Someone said that Sacred killed Garmoth faster than any other guild. Sir, we're talking about the guild boss Garmoth, not the story mode Garmoth. All right.
Story mode Garmoth?
They're teaming up to kill story mode Garmoth, man. That's just Sacred things, you know.
Sacred, get it together.
Okay. When can we get boss hats like the Kazarka hat, please? Honestly, so are we talking about real life stuff? Because if we're talking about a real life Kazarka hat, I am 130% in.
I wanted it.
I wanted it too. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I want it. So people are like, Shirna, you're done. It's fine, man. It's only Sacred.
About what?
Because I've been hitting on
Sacred.
I've been hitting on Sacred.
That's a different level, man. We don't do that around here.
Dead zone setting is something we have brought up. I don't know when that's going to be coming in, but it's something that they are aware that is wanted. Increase the value of the central market. Increase the price of the value pack on the central market. I cannot control that. That's not me. I can ask, I suppose, but I don't know how that will go. Legitimately, I don't know when. That's something I have zero control over the marketplace. Fixed processing can't start from inventory button. Yeah, okay, that's what they're talking about with the inventory thing. So the move to being able to just press it straight away to scrolling over to the other side of the screen. I'll bring it up. I brought it up briefly to a few people, but I didn't bring it up as
with as much fervor as we maybe should have.
Yeah.
I literally assumed that people knew that this happened and that it was gonna be worked on, but I don't think many people. So
yeah. So we'll talk about it. Definitely talk about it. Tier 2 elephants soon. Please make the options for workers easy to use. I have 100 workers. It's hard to see what the worker has the skill for the job. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I agree. Sure. I agree with that. 100%. It should be easier to see what skills they have when you're going to send them into work. What are the level rewards for leveling Sage? All right, someone keeps asking the same question about Capotia. I'm going to answer it again. If you reach 62, you will get the necklace, the belt, and
so
a
up to
tri-ring.
60, you get a slew of like blackstones, hards, sharps, some scrolls.
Right, yeah. So scrolls, EXP. There's an inventory expansion. There's a draft box, food box, premium elixir, some advice of Valks, some of the juices to bump up your strength, breath, speed, and whatever. Shakatu rarity box, some crone stones, artisan's memories. Another brandstone, some petals, just in case you don't have a fairy. AFK training books, that's at 57, 58. Another inventory expansion coupon. So 58, you get a transaction made. So you get a central market made. You get a gold bar 100G times 5, and you get an inventory expansion. 59, you get 10 artisan memories, 300% EXP scroll, and then at 60 you get a rarity box, a Shakatu rarity box, a Shakatu luxury box, buy an accessory box 2, and more scrolls. And then 61, 62 is ancient spirit dust, advice of Valks, and stuff like that. I threw it over there, so I don't need to talk about it again. Tier 5 fairies? No, I said fairy stuff, like the petals. I believe hash hairstyles on striker. It's something that we'll bring up. I believe it was something that we wanted to do, but something came up. So I'll see.
Alright, I'm gonna just bounce up.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure? I got this.
We're pretty much like at this point it's just Q&A, right? Like I don't have much else to show on Sage, no?
Why don't you show what his skills do, bruv?
What skills do?
Super armors and stuff
So
like that.
like Cycle Crusher, really cool. What? What's the issue here? What's the issue?
There was a conscious decision to make Trent do Sage gameplay because he's generally better at picking up classes than I am.
Cycle Crusher.
You completely whiffed.
I did it to get some space.
Yeah,
It was
sure.
a tactical move.
Tactical decisions. So we made a decision to let Trent do this so that, you know, he can show off better because I absolutely suck with new classes unless I level them up.
I like the movement on form shift and on the recall on it.
I was actually talking about like super armors and stuff like that, but people could already see. I was thinking more like the knockdowns and...
The knockdowns, I would show it, but it starts in.
No, but I mean, you could show in the skill menu and
okay.
we could take a look. I mean, people could already go see that, but...
Just chat, do you want to see the skill menu? There's no secrets in there.
If you want to see the skill menu, go for it. Get wrecked, blops.
That man knows Psycho Crusher, he's good in my books. Yeah.
Nah, people don't need to see it. Tag system soon. That according to the video, yes.
No stamina. Oh.
They want to see. So yeah, just have a... So if you don't know, and I found this out very recently, the little icons underneath do in fact say what the skill does. It says knockdown and then down attacks and down smashes.
It's one of the reasons why I keep talking about. Do you guys plan these streams? Yeah, this is planned. One of the reasons why I keep trying to promote Psycho Crusher, which is not called Psycho Crusher, it's called Form Shift, Form Recall. Prime Cycle Crusher. So basically the reason I keep kind of pushing it out is because a lot of his skills have like down attack, down smash, and knockdowns. And once you do form shift and then the recall with it, you can either bounce out if they're already getting up and your CCs are run out, or you just do massive damage with the skill add-ons. So for me, form shift is one of the stronger moves that will be one of your bigger damage dealers. I'd say compression's good too, but in its absolute form, it doesn't do as much. It's more to set up your next, right? But it's really unprotected, and that's kind of one of the issues with it. I don't think it should be protected, given what his other skills are.
Yep.
Expansion. This is the one that I always keep forgetting to do, but the attack speed decrease as well as the stiffs are really good. So I put skill add-ons on that one. Just didn't do it.
You know they can't see down this part because the camera is there. So
right. Sorry. I'll scroll up a bit here.
It's all good.
There. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, Prime Illusion, stuff like that. And I like this one, but I always forget to do it because it has it's 7-second cooldown, but it's still a bigger cooldown than a lot of his other skills.
That's what reset's for, bro.
Spatial Collapse has the all DP minus 20, and I put the all DP minus 15 and the casting speed on it just so that this is my, I guess, like initial skill to can run in with. Especially for a PvE, I think this is dope. And by the time you go through your combo, you'll have Spatial Collapse ready for the next one. Adder's Energy, which is dope. Does damage. Super armored. And if you hold right trigger R2, if you hold R2, this happens. Right, so you get to do other stuff with it.
Did you show the buff?
Optimization?
Prime, yeah.
No.
It's called Prime Optimization.
Prime Optimization does a bunch of stuff here. This will obviously help you. You should do this.
Super armor for 15 seconds while using the skill?
Yeah. It has a lingering super armor. This is what I mean. He's M. Bison. M. Bison has lingering iframes. People don't play Street Fighter. I get it. Rift Chain is good. So a lot of people are saying like Rift Chain is kind of what is it like? It has super armor. It's invincible and stuff. It kills your stamina. So yeah.
Okay, right.
Thorn is alright. I like this one. I don't know why. I just like having.
Is that the one that has the auto pew pew?
Yeah, it has the auto pew pew. It's one of my favorites because it's yeah. I like it. I like it because it's a sentry, and regardless, it still does like chip damage. You know.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then evasion's here.
The most important skill in the world. Why do you have it locked? Like we need that unlocked, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm a pleb.
Does that ruin Rift Chain?
Wait. Let her run out first. Let her run out. Wait, but then he wouldn't have stamina to roll, right? Oh yeah! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So that's it. Let's go. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So basically, Sage is met PvE, PvP.
I think he's better at PvE than he is PvP.
But again, it's something that, like, the jury's still out everywhere. Because, I mean, Hashashin was considered not a great class for the longest of times, and then people got more skill points on him. And
yeah,
what you see us do is not indicative of what you can do. Let's just put it that way, because we legitimately suck.
There we go. Yeah. It's time to power roll.
Okay, let's go, Q&A.
My power rolls.
Just get him out!
All right, let's go.
The big dome. Oh wait, can I? I'll find that skill. All right, so I'll see if I can find it. Let's go through.
Percent, the 200%.
Yeah.
It should be Adder's Mark.
Yeah. Black Spirit skill demo. No, that's not the dome. That's the hundo. All right, I'm gonna work on this.
Adder's Energy, and with the if you go down, that one.
This one?
Yeah. Is there a Black Spirit version?
Yeah, that's it. So it's Ator's Energy. All right, let's slap it. Yeah, oh, it's already slapped back on. Yeah, there you go.
Adder's Energy.
So it's the 200% Ator's Energy. Oh, jeez.
What?
Yeah.
What's
no,
the issue?
I'm just gonna close that off. That's cracked.
What's
All
the
right.
issue?
It's just cracked. Okay. So we're back. Can we slap up the coupon code immediately, please?
Yes, the coupon code. Out the cage is Sage.
That was yours. You never have the same pride I do when we talk about anything that we put our names on.
In my head, it sounds awesome, and then I say it, and I'm just like, oh my god, I would bully me in school.
So the coupon code is out the cage is Sage. Remember, this is only available for console. Yep. So console.playblackdesert.com/coupon. Make sure you've linked your account in game, and then you can enter the coupon. You get enhancement help kit 2 times 1 and item collection increase scroll 60 minutes times 3. And out the cage is Sage.
And for those of you who do post on Reddit, please do share this on Reddit as well so everyone gets it. And I'm sure it's already in game at this point.
And your Discords and all that good stuff.
And it doesn't work after 24 hours. That is important.
We should add that to the text on here, but it's already getting too much, isn't it?
No, because we're on like stream 80 something at this point.
Yeah, but I mean this stuff is new. The 24-hour the item mail will
disappear with it. Yeah, so get the coupon, get the item.
Now the age of Sage.
Now the age of Sage.
Is that THEAGESAGE.
That is pretty cool.
Isn't it a bit short?
Now the age of Sage.
Now the age of Sage. Oh, I missed Alf. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that fits. Kashima's working it out for us. You missed the knee there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do devs think it's too early for Imperials?
It's one letter too short.
I don't necessarily believe that they think it's too early for Imperials. I believe because we're talking about the cooking boxes, right?
Yeah, the Guru cooking boxes.
I don't know if it's so much as it's too early as it is one of the things that we're working on to make sure it works. That's about it. I imagine that'd be more the case than it is like, nah, you guys ain't ready for this, given how much content we kind of threw in. I did see one comment on YouTube, which was like, my God, another dead update. We haven't had a big update since Life Skill Mastery. Which, like, props to you. I'm so happy for that. Dang, I missed most of the stream again. Rundown. Sage is coming out. There's a Capotia accessory rework.
Yep.
You can search for stuff in your craft notes by just using part of a word instead of the full word.
I don't think that's as big as you think it is.
It's huge. It's huge. UI movement to a certain extent.
Collaboration with the Hellraiser movie so we can get a Pinhead Sage skin. Yo,
that's actually really good.
Call up the business team. Let's get John Carpenter on the phone. Let's get it done. I am 300% in that. Yeah, let's do it. That'd be dope.
Aside from that, there isn't too much. There are like events that will get you Ancient Spirit Dust, Hexahedron. Oh wait, I forgot to show the Hexahedron stuff. One sec. Let me see if I have it.
Show the UI moving tech. We didn't show the UI technology.
It's better that we don't. Because we had our chat anyways, because there's like super secret stuff in our chat. And
that's a good point.
So, yeah.
Oh, it's Clive Barker, not John Carpenter. Damn it. All right.
Yeah.
We'll get
Clive. Q&A when?
Sorry.
Now. Afro's I saw Afro's question, which was Merc update when? So Merc update, not sure. Again, I think it's one of those things where it just kind of fell between the cracks, and I'm not sure if it was going to come in or not. I think with, if we looked at the Calpheon Ball and their Node War, Siege War stuff, updates, maybe that's when it'll come in all together or not. I'm not entirely sure. I can't tell you when, but yeah, I forgot about the Merc update. I kind of want that, but.
So someone brought up, and I'm going to answer it. Do we think that C5 was a mistake that people can hit Pen Blackstar?
Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
I don't think it was. And I've said this to multiple people quite publicly, actually, where the way that Kafras was introduced on PC, I'm not going to say whether it's right or wrong or how Blackstar was. I like that Jezognim and Jayanim specifically as well took the time to try something new for console.
Mm-hmm.
In that arena, I don't think it's a mistake.
No.
I think the thing that they tried to do for console and tried to make it work by, hey, we do have our agenda, but the community really wants this. And they brought up some really good arguments, and you can't turn a blind eye to that. So let's see and make this work. And I think that marriage of, what PA initially thought versus what the community wants versus what's good for the community, I don't think it's a mistake. Yeah, maybe like some people feel like, oh, this is now so super broken.
Yep.
I'm just glad we tried something new.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I honestly, the amount of people running around with Pen Blackstar isn't as high as some, like, if you die to someone, there's a chance you just suck. It's not that they're carrying Pen Blackstar. And if they're running around saying they got Pen Blackstar, there's a chance they're lying to you. But yes, it's a bit higher. Yes, it's something to aim for. Yes, it's the new best piece of gear. But introducing new gear isn't, it's fine as it is. Personally, it does not affect me. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be nice to have gone up a bit more in the Pen Kefras zone, but I personally like it.
Yeah. No, I think for me, that's what I come back to, where it's, we tried something new. We're going for it. I think with Life Skill Mastery, the way that it's been spaced out, only time will tell to see if this was a mistake. Like, hindsight's 2020.
Yep.
And looking back on it, maybe it's like, oh, you should have done this. But I'm just glad we tried something new.
Yep. New Awakening skills when? Soon. Can't say when, but soon.
Yeah.
I am also looking forward to it, as I am a Zerk, and I will be going back to Awakening for the first time in 6 months.
You're going back to Awakening?
I'm going back to Awakening.
Ooh.
It just looks too good, man. Just looks too good. I'm waiting for the nerf. We can't have nice things.
Why was Desert Sickness removed, and what would it take to get it back in the game?
Right. There's no point hiding any of this. I think we said it when it came out. So Desert Sickness was removed when COVID started. Essentially, everyone in real life is dealing with enough viruses and illnesses and stuff, so we decided to turn it off. I don't think anyone expected COVID to last as long as it has.
Yeah.
But that was the initial reasoning for it, is like, let's just remove that at the moment. Will it be coming back? It will eventually. Same. Death penalties wasn't because of COVID directly.
But it was tied into that.
Yeah, because basically the whole internet decided to soil itself at the same time when COVID lockdown started happening, and there was huge internet draws everywhere. Everywhere was slowing down. Everywhere was like lagging and all this stuff. We decided to make the move to remove the death penalty at that time. So it's indirectly because of COVID lockdowns.
Man over here channeling his inner Yami Yugi with that cube bling. Yeah.
Look, man, it's time to duel.
It's Yugi with a hint of Pegasus.
Just saying. Oh, we didn't show Sage's glowing yellow eyes. When Kashima comes back.
Yeah.
The poor man has the bladder the size of a peanut. Wait, hold on. Any update on range gathering? Nothing at this moment. It's not something that we have at this time. Can we have a separate UI system? I don't believe so for life skill gathering.
But I know where that came from. It's with the
farm stuff, right? And
you put the farm grid when you're gathering. It's interesting, but yeah. You also didn't show UI movements because our build is kind of jank. I'm going to leave it at that for now.
Observe mode in Node Wars causes the camera to zoom in when you respawn. That would be something you would need to bring up with... Send a ticket and message us. Someone said Karanda is censored in-game chat. Why? If it's getting instantly deleted, then I have no idea.
But if it's like started out, I'll check on that.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
What's the deal with guys walking on the desert? A bunch of them. I get scared every time I see that much red on my map. Just poke them, see what happens.
No. They're talking about the trade caravans, right?
I don't know. I'm hoping it's players. If it's players, just poke them, see what happens.
No. So I think what they're talking about is the trade caravans that go through the desert, and they're like a big chunk of red, and they actually are kind of beefy.
Smack them.
I'll give a hint. You lose karma.
How do you know this, Shirna? How do you know it?
I've killed them a few times. It's a good way to get the Mekon quest going, actually. If you want the Mekon quests, that's the best way to get it done. You kill them. Should I give them the other hint? I mean, it's been in the game since forever. Put away your pets before killing them. Put away your pets before killing them.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistake I did.
People are just like, don't do it. You lose a ton of karma. Don't do it.
You do lose a ton of karma, but you can also get dope trade goods. I got a whale tendon in there. I got coelacanths from Valencia Desert, which means if I'd have took it to Grana, because I could have made some fat stacks, but I didn't.
I never thought about that. Good tip. I assume it's in regards to the pet stuff. Does the code work for mobile? No, it doesn't. PS5 update. So as I've said before, and I'll keep saying it because I think it's a genuine good question. There are no plans for that yet. I don't know if there will be. And again, and I say this, and I hope that people within our company as well are listening to this. If that does become a thing, I don't think it should come from people who have Rubik's Cube bling on them on the stream. I think that should be on a website or some kind of PR notice and stuff like that. If you gotta go to sleep, dude. Like, I think there's no more new information about the update itself. So have a good night. For those of you who did stick around, thank you so much for that.
And I will say, if you're asking questions about things that were in Jessok's roadmap video or in the roadmap notice, go read it.
Yes.
Go watch it.
I think it's a good watch.
We'll just skip those questions. So if we are skipping your question about a when question, you know where it is. Oh, wait, what did I just do? Just thought about what I just said. Hide pets, something that we've considered and talked about. Also, the reason why you turn your pets off when going after those red blobs. You'll find out if you try it. Someone said, I hate you, Shirna. Thanks, man. Thanks, Blops.
Secret quest decision reversal? Unfortunately not. No, I won't even make a joke about that. Unfortunately not. No one wants it back. I assume you mean the desert sickness and death penalty.
I do not. My gatherer in the desert is pretty happy without it.
The guy with the COVID-19 nickname that put on our screen that we were killed by... No, I don't think you honestly, to Bernardo on YouTube, look, man, if that's something that is happening, because I can't confirm it from here right now, take that screenshot, send a ticket, I'll follow up on it. Just let me know you did it. Yeah.
For me, though, I don't...
No. His thing is... I assume his, sorry. His thing is in regards to why we took the desert sickness out.
Oh, yeah. And then getting killed by someone in COVID-19.
It's in that circle.
There's part of me that likes the dark humor of it all, but I know it's not appropriate.
It's personal. It's not a PA.
Yeah. That's personal. I personally like the dark humor, and honestly, that would give me a giggle.
Yeah. But not everyone has the same affinity with that kind of humor. Yeah. So send that ticket on. Know anything about the global lab changes? I do. Do I know when it's coming to console? I do not. It is what it is.
I just got like Brooklyn Nine-Nine flashbacks when you said that. I do not. It's like you're Jake trying to be Peralta. I don't know why that came in my head. What about small guilds that are undeckable that grief us? No, I'm not giving you... All right, let's talk about the ability to deck and why it's a bad idea to add it to guilds that either haven't decked or small guilds. Because big guilds are bullies, right? It happened when Arsha were running around decking everyone. We get reports quite regularly that ex-guilders decked on my guild because they don't like one of the people in here, and they're just popping us all the time. People on both sides abuse guild decks. On one side, people are abusing it where they're decking small guilds or that are deckable and popping them and making their life a living hell. On the other side, some of those small guilds that are undeckable are making big guilds' lives hard. The deck system is the way it is. I don't think it should be changed, because either way, it could be abused. If we allow big guilds to deck on every small guild, good luck trying to have a guild with a couple of friends if one of them annoys someone else or if someone gets a drop. Because there are petty people out there who do that. The deck system, while it has some flaws, there has to be a give and take, and I think that is the one thing that I personally think that's a reasonable limit. If a small guild is giving your big guild issues, get your big guild and just wipe them off the map. Share that karma loss between the lot of you. Let us break their crystals. Again, I like the death penalty. I think it would be fun. Wait, that sounds so wrong.
Yeah, dude. Out of context.
Out of context. But the death penalty in-game is something that I do want to bring back, and I've been trying to bring it back for a while. It's just not right now.
Right. I'm going to bring this back a little bit where... Because I know people in chat are slightly triggered by what you just said, but there are certain things that I think we need to work on. Personally, I think there are certain aspects of, let's say the karma system or PvP or whatever elements, there's things to be fixed. To say general statements is really tough because in Twitch right now, all small guilds are horrible. They're always karma bombing.
Are they, though?
Right? So certain ones, maybe. Other ones, maybe not. And it's destroying our... See, these kind of things are kind of like massive generalizations. So I think one of the issues that I think our devs always face is that they look at data, right? They'll look at it and go, yes, even though this subsection is quite vocal, the data doesn't support that argument. And that's not to say that you're wrong. But it's to say that when people make general arguments like that, it actually dilutes their argument rather than helping it. And our job is to help fix that and to reword it properly. Now, I'm going to stop that conversation for just one sec. Someone was asking about the level up rewards. So the stage level up from 1 to 60 starts from this next update, so tomorrow or whatever it is your time zone, to the next update that's coming. The 61, 62 level up event goes up until the update after that. I believe that's what it is.
Okay, Kashima, can you switch to game screen?
But yes, by the way, when you guys are arguing in chat, thank you for being respectful. Right? If you read the data the way you want to, it doesn't matter what we say. But the same can be said to you.
It's a disco.
It's the same argument. No matter what information I give you, if you don't want to hear it, then you don't want to hear it. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on. Rob.
Yep.
Clap on, clap off. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah!
So yeah.
But yeah,
that's fine if you call me that.
That's one of the items you get for, is it pre-creating or just logging in? I can't remember.
I forget. Pre-creation? Pre-creation.
Let's say it's pre-creation. Okay, it is pre-creation. So you get this.
Can they be dyed?
Can they be dyed? I don't know. I don't have a value pack on this character. Do I?
No, you do not.
No, I do not. I don't know. Wait, you can see in the dice screen. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Hold on. I'll check that. Just a second. Nah, you can't dye the eyes. It's yellow only. Yeah, you can't dye it. That's a shame, that.
Okay.
Oh, he's...
Yeah. So where did I go?
That's actually kind
there was one that I was looking at.
Let's go again. I could do this all day.
Add an option to... Oh, is it just login? I don't remember. It's in the event notice. You'll be able to find it. Add an option to not give you what I assume is a notification on the central market. I know. I want that to be a toggle. That's in part of our conversations.
Switch back to main camera.
Will
we be getting dust from the RBF daily quest? You already can. You can already get dust from the daily RBF quests.
Yep.
Shirna, show us the new UI technology. Look, man. It's, Alright, fine. Put us back on main screen just for a second. Oh, yeah, don't forget the chandelier for your house, if you care about that kind of thing. I'll just put it somewhere. Oh, hopefully it's a strong light. Okay. Okay, this is the thing. The red ones are unmovable, but we can press LTX on something and then move it with the right stick. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here. Then you press Y, Y, Y. I don't know why you press Y 3 times. And then, yay, it moves. Why have I only got one skill? Oh, there we go. So you can move it around however you feel like. Personally, I will probably move it. Wait, where is it? Settings, edit UI. I'll probably move the skill cooldown to the buff list. And then everything's a nice one nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to put it. What else can I move? Oh, yeah. Moving chat is something. I'm just going to keep it off, though.
Yeah.
I didn't save it multiple times, did I? No.
Did you emergency escape?
Yeah, man. Gotta make sure that I'm safe, you know?
You have a teleport.
I'm fighting my inner demons.
Nice. That was a good save.
Okay, alright, back onto main camp. Can we get Kefras from Mansham Domes? Yes, you can. Mouse keyboard support? Never.
At the time right now.
At the time of speaking, no. And at the time of, let's say, the next couple of weeks, no. And I don't think it'll ever happen, mouse and keyboard. So yeah.
Will we ever be able to move the ring menu?
Don't think so.
I don't know.
So. Someone's asking what we think. Should you sell Kefras or put them into gear? Right. Personally, if you're at, let's say, try, and selling them will give you a large income boost. Mm-hmm. And you will be able to buy better things with it if you're against enhancing. Sure, I would say sell the Kefras stones now.
Yeah.
If you're at 10, I would say get at least C4 on your armors. Maybe on your weapons as well, I can't remember. Maybe C5 on your weapons. And then decide if you want to continue from there. And if you're pen, obviously throw them in absolutely everything you can because you will be thirsty for the Kefras stones because you need so many of them. So it is up to you.
I was about to go and say what Zachary kind of said. If you're a life skiller and you're not meaning to go into PvE or PvP, like your main grind is life skilling, you don't need Kefras. You can sell it, get your other stuff.
Yeah.
However, if you're thinking about doing it in the future, then I don't think hoarding is a bad idea. It really does depend on what your current situation needs or calls for.
If I had 100 Kefras stones and I was 200 million away from the next upgrade that I wanted, but I needed 300 stones to get that through Kefras, I would sell those Kefras and buy the upgrade I needed. But if it would just give me more silver for no apparent reason, Yeah. Can they move the the martial shards and stuff? No, not at the moment. I believe that's part of the level buff, level thing.
It'll be part of that UI, so at the moment, no.
But it is something we can ask if it'd be possible to move it around.
Keyboard support for chat function integration.
Like pressing enter on your keyboard to starting the chat?
You can do that.
It's a bit wonky, though. You do have to have the chat up on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is Nate banned?
Because, yeah, he deserves it.
No. The word Nate on chat is apparently banned.
Let me check. Don't show my screen.
No, you.
Oh, wait, we
do this all the time. It doesn't matter.
Time. Oh.
Why is Nate not okay in chat? Because you never know what class he's playing now. That's about it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I feel like an idiot because I did that exactly the same last week when someone asked me like something's banned and I was like, no, it's not, and then realized I have GM commands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GM powers.
All right, Cloud is banned too. Honestly, if it's getting auto deleted, I'll get someone to send a message again because their chat filters out though.
I'm telling Nate, well, you can't call him on server chat, so it will be difficult for you. You know how Nuver has Tyrant's Hill and the effect of making other players disappear. Can we get that for Katsuvariak named sub? Oh, so like you mean for like field bosses and stuff? Because it doesn't hit the threshold, does it? Depending on how many people are there. Pick a number between 3 and 20. 11. I guess it's because there's not enough people that hit the threshold for hide other players, which is odd to me. But yeah.
Right. One of the reasons we have to have the chat filter in is because that's just how it works these days on new certs. And the reason we use the filters we do is it allows us to do bi-weekly updates because we don't have to go through the chat filter certification process every update when we make changes to it.
But categoric logs, okay.
There was one point, I'll bring this up. So there was one point where we changed our chat filter in testing. And we changed it and we made it like, make sure that it looks for specific words and doesn't go too long. And we failed the cert because apparently if you could swear with, I don't know, let's say 10 U's instead of 9 U's. So we blocked the F word with 9 U's, but when it got to 10, it didn't block it. Got failed. And then at some point you're just like, okay, we'll use your filters to make that process easier and quicker.
Yeah. Again, that's not to say that there's no issues with it. Someone was saying like for field bosses, could we get like a safe zone that are similar to the way that they are for world bosses?
So they disable PvP in that area we'll bring it up.
Yeah. Sorry, like Arrested, like I saw that a few times. I didn't get a chance to get to it.
Will emergency escape ever be in the ring menu options? I mean, I would never say never about that, but I don't know how good your chances are.
Yeah.
It's something that we'll bring up again and again. We do bring it up all the time, actually.
But then you just split up the word and put a / and it's fine. Yes, it turns out that users are craftier than what programming allows us to do. And I say that half in jest, but also just because like it kind of speaks to development in general. There will always be a way to break what you're doing, and users are the ones that'll find it.
Yep.
Regardless of what it is you're doing, banking apps, Facebook, whatever, like you will find a way to insert something in there.
Also, I'm just gonna say, it seems like some of y'all never played Club Penguin.
Club Penguin was popping.
It was. But there were ways to get around the chat filters in that game, which are exactly the same as what happens to us.
But here's the thing, though. Like, I'm not trying to make an excuse for what our chat filters are. I get it. Because one thing that those companies have always done is to try and improve it.
Yeah.
Which is something that we've been trying to do. So, yeah. I think it has to kind of... Club Penguin was valid. It was indeed. You guys know that everyone still use every censored words? Yeah, absolutely.
But when you make something more difficult, you're less likely to do it all the time.
Yeah, just because people find a way around it does not mean that you stop trying to go against it.
For example, if your shoelaces are tied too tight and you need to undo them to get your foot in, one time you might sit there and undo the knot. The next time you might just cut the laces and just decide to go for a new pair of laces. When there is a slight barrier, there is less people do it.
Someone's asking, can we get field boss alarms?
They as in like
red nose,
like worldwide, because they already exist if you're on the right channel.
If you're on the channel, yes, but I think what he's meaning is like.
I don't think that will happen. Yeah. I think it's designed to be a server thing.
I think field bosses will be server, but like all the world bosses are there. So
filter on off. Unfortunately, I don't think that option is available to us, which sounds weird, as I know someone's going to bring it up. Oh, but ESO has it. Right, other games can have it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that is something we are allowed to use, whether it's because we came out later than they did and the rules changed, or because we're just not into that. It's different. It might be our decision. It might not be our decision. What I do know is everyone has different things, and depending on when you launch, depends on the differences that you get. It's not always retroactive. So yeah. Someone said, okay. PvE based game. I'll say it's a Final Fantasy 14, sure. PvE based game where everyone just seems to be super nice to each other versus BDO where people are fighting for resources, and PvP is a core aspect of the game where toxicity is pretty much not toxicity is the wrong word there, but like frustration. There's frustration where people fight against other people and they keep losing. That kind of stuff. Like, I see this all the time. When PvP is active, it doesn't promote, but it harbors a different energy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There's no server chat in 14 either. There's a lot of different things that other games and other companies are doing, and it's something that we kind of have to always take a look at in terms of benchmarking and whatnot. But it's also, you kind of have to also look at what your core elements are in your game and see, well, does this kind of benefit this? And if it does, awesome. We'll try we try our best to try and bring it in. But like I said, every time that either myself or Shirna go against what someone in chat is saying, does not mean that we think that the system of whatever it is that we're talking about is perfect.
Oh, no.
Nothing is black and white in that sense. There's always a gray area. There's multiple things to kind of consider. There's multiple different variables to look at. Yes. And allow for more than 15 characters on a guild notice. Nah.
Someone said you can't PvP when you just get K-bombed. But if you're getting comma bombed and you know they're there, then PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just the way that's written. Tungrad Ring when Sikraya launches.
BDO Mobile has a last login function on the guild page. It helps track inactive members. Could we get that too? No. At the moment, no. And here's why. On mobile, the policies regarding mobile apps are quite different. So the way that Apple and Android work together, in terms of like, okay, here's a game where both iPhone users and Android users can play together, their data sharing agreements of like, yo, my user is in this game and you guys can see it, is vastly different than consoles in general. Even if there was no crossplay, the policies regarding, let's say, Microsoft, the policies regarding PlayStation, are vastly different than how the Apple market and the Android market works. So I get the comparison to Black Desert Mobile because it is Black Desert. It is one of our games. Why can't we get that in there? Unfortunately, due to platform differences, we're not able to currently. Hopefully, we can get it later on, but at the moment, that is not something we're able to do. I'm sorry. I know that's not the answer you want to look for, but I hope I gave enough information on that. You good? You look like you're stewing. Guildmate map death. Bigger for better visibility. Do you mean on the mini map or do you mean on the
world map? Because it's only just a little bar.
Yeah,
what you should do is make a giant arrow that appears in the sky and shows where your teammate died. Like a literal arrow. And it just goes from where you are to where they are.
Just get an archer to shoot an arrow in the sky. It's just like someone's down, you're good to go.
But no, that's definitely a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
So we'll bring that up.
Can we get in-game boss hats like the Kazarka hat, please?
We've already touched on that.
In like other bosses.
Oh, we would like it, yes.
That would be cool.
Kill assist points in RBF, right. Kill assist points in RBF. So, if I have a way I want to approach this, but I gotta think about how I do it. There is an NPC search function in the game, right? Assist points. Let's say that assist points are in, and you get a varying point depending on the amount of points they have. This could A, elevate scores rapidly, and B, make your team, like a team, more likely to snowball. So if a team gets like 300 points and the assist gets them 100, it could make it a lot more swingy and a lot more, I don't know, like there is something about it. Like assist points would be cool, but let's say your weakest person on your team gets a huge bump in points because of his assists, and he gets farmed because he is a 160 AP, 200 DP guy. it might make it a little less the way it is right now, like a little less back and forth. It might cause snowballs to occur. So it's definitely something to think about, and it is something that we've brought up before. But there are downsides to having assist points. Maybe if it was a static 5 points or a static 1 point, something like that, a static point might be better. But then again, it might run into issues of who do you give the assist to? If 5 people are attacking one person and that person dies, the last hit gets the kill, but then how do you deal with the points to everyone else who's assisting on that kill? Would you split the point total between the 4 that are helping out, or would you give it to only one who did the most, or would you?
So here's the counter argument.
Yeah,
they're not developers. That's on us to kind of set the rules for.
Yeah. I'm just spitballing.
So I understand like why people would want it. There are different things for that to consider, but I don't know. I kind of like not having this as a system. I like not having that.
I'd like a tracker for it just to know how many assists I'm getting. But for actual points in the game to matter, it's something that would need to be looked into. It's definitely something.
So I'm going to run into a slew of questions. No female pants, hashtag losing faith. Don't worry about it. I am actually working on that to make sure people get pants. What about using the actual boss notification system to notify about transactions in the central market? I love that idea. The UI is going to be jank. It's going to be really rough. Like, so you would list certain things and go from there. I really like that idea, though, to be like, look, as soon as this thing's on and I put a tracker on it, I want to know when it's on the market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that would be kind of cool. This is a series. So give me 1 sec. So the other one was, why was there a PvP change on mobile instead of on console PC? Right. So this isn't an angry response. This is actually like a really cool question I want to get into. When mobile first launched on Korea, basically the idea was to be more PvE related as opposed to PvP related. All the mechanics and all the things that were happening with mobile went towards PvE when it first launched in Korea. With other regions, I know about Taiwan, Japan, global, I'm kind of iffy on how it started and where it went. But that's kind of the direction they went in. Over time, what they ended up doing was, hey, we have all this PvE content, which honestly is pretty cool. I actually like the PvE content in BDM. But what if we kind of revamped PvP to do it? To do that on mobile is much less of a task than it is on PC and console. Because it's like smaller file size to basically work with, essentially. At the same time as well, though, if you're playing from mobile global, what you may not have seen is that this PvP revamp was happening since 6 months in on Korea, far before global, and it was slowly going on, and then global got like a massive chunk. Like, here's what's happening. So I'm not so sure if that happened on PC or on console, but in the way that it's happening.
I just want to put that if you follow the global test labs, there are PvP things PvE changes coming in for certain classes.
Yes.
We're not sure when that will be, but there are PvP balances happening.
I keep seeing this as well, specifically from YouTube. What about toxicity of your partners? Like so-and-so, insert name. Right. If you feel that one of our partners is... You know what, screw it. If you feel that one of our partners or someone in our game is being toxic and being horrible and all this other kind of stuff, send a screenshot of what's happening. Send a ticket for it. Legitimately, that's the most that I can do for you. Because someone telling me that, I don't know, like, Flexi was being horrible and mean to me, tells me nothing until I see certain things, like screenshots, et cetera, with it. Send a ticket with that and regarding it, and then maybe we can go forward from there. And then we kind of have to do the due diligence on that. Thank you for explaining that. I've always wondered why they were so different from our... Yeah, it was basically because of the engines that were being used as well. Because the engine that we use to develop console and PC is our engine. The engine that we develop BDM is a variant of that engine. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the way that they started with it and the way that they went towards it, or to now, yes, the paths have changed, but I think, again, change is good. And, there were some missteps along the way, but it's been great. On global, I'm not sure how those changes were rolled out, whether it came super suddenly or over time. But in Korea specifically, it came over time.
Kill notifications, like the red ones. We ask every week. You ask every week. I mean, eventually it's going to come in, but when? No idea. People asking about, like, what are you going to do about crashes on Series X, Xbox One X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5? Again, send the tickets to support. If the answer is not what you've done or what you've already done, fine. Just say, okay, cool. But that number goes into our system that we can easily just take a look at, pull some data, run comparisons, whatever. Do that. But, like, for the love of everything, please don't just come in and say, like, what are you going to do about the crashes? Because we're only, I don't know the code that well.
One, it's a loaded question. Two, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, yo, we got him, but that's that. Chrissy Hellfire, as well as Jay Nappy something, was also saying that, like, Sharon's been toxic on the stream multiple times as a joke, I imagine. As well as if you see people who are streaming, like, there's clip it, find it, send it to us. I will say this though on our behalf, and I'm not defending this. We take shots at a lot of people, a lot of people that we adore. And one example that I will give is towards the shy community. And
I thought you were going to go for Sly. Basically the same thing.
No, because we said we like the shy community. So with the shy community, like, and I genuinely do like the people who were being quite vocal about it. But there was a time where we took it too far. There's no defense for that. We took it too far, and someone came out to us and told us that, and was like, "Yo, this kind of sucks now. Like, now we are it," and so we stopped doing that. I imagine, and I hope that you guys take this route first, guys. If you find a streamer or whoever is being toxic, just try and talk to them first and be human. It's like, yo, man, like, maybe that ain't so good.
I just want to say though, I only go for the people at the top. That's why I use Sacred as an example, because they have.
Sacred hasn't been at the top for years, though.
Yeah, but even a washed-up superstar was still a superstar at one point.
Yeah, they had a wiki page.
No, but like when we go after someone like Sacred, let's say, we do it because A, we know how good they are. Yeah. In general, we know that they can handle their own, and B, sometimes it's nice to ruffle up the feathers of a few people who have high purchase.
Wait,
I mean,
Brutality, you're in Sacred? My condolences. No, but we do it out of love. And if you guys feel that we take it too far, let us know. Because we've attacked Dohep, we've attacked literally everybody. I've attacked Croc consistently lately. Which, by the way, still no beard. I'm sorry, Croc.
It's never happening.
It is. And
Shies will get beards before Archer. I'm going to say it now. Shies will get beards before Archers.
Yeah, and toxicity is bad, and I get that. So, like I said, when people feel a certain way about it, let us know, and I'll try and make the changes for it.
Guys, stop hating on Sacred. Like,
Nameless is there too. You can hate on Nameless. But yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of guilds.
And all right, someone took it the right way. Imagine being in a guild so strong that the only time you get beat is when Trent and Shirna stream.
We beat somebody?
Yeah, well, they can't fight back.
That's the only time we win. We can't say that when we're wearing blinged out Rubik's cubes,
Look, man, all I'm saying is I might actually put this in the rotation in my wardrobe because I kind of like it.
Oh, you're gonna roll into the grocery store and be like, yo, 4 cantaloupes.
Do you know who I am?
Check out my Twitch views. Sorry, so 2 questions. Are those free event reroll coupons still available? And if not, are they coming back?
They are not available. They were for the event period only. Will they be coming back? Unsure. We know they're really popular, so we can't talk about it at this moment. It's something that, we have been pushing because it was kind of fun. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Zerk buff in 2021, sir. That's not how we roll here. The only buff we got was getting Jungle Beast.
There wouldn't be so much toxicity if we had more player interaction group content.
Really? Okay.
No, hold on. Whoa. Technically, let me say this in a nice way.
Okay.
PvP is player interaction.
No, that's not even where I was going. Okay.
2, group content. It's technically Node Wars. It really is.
All right. All I'm saying is, if y'all never dungeoned on, let's say,
Don't say names.
another game, and you are a new player coming into said game after about 6 months of said content being out, and someone saying, yo, that's not the spot you need to stand in, stand right here, press all these buttons. Guys, you can't say that. You can't say that group activity is not.
But I get what they were going for.
It can be super toxic.
But I get what they were going for.
Oh, yeah. I 100% get it. There are games where that's the case.
Yeah.
And, they generally don't have any kind of competitive content within it. It's more about your personal growth. But I
Don't
mean,
stand in the fire circles, you glue eater. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't stand in the circles.
Dude, I'll call out one game from way back when. If you played Neopets as a team, and you're like, yo, we're going to try and game the system. And people are like, dude, you're not supposed to play the 5. You're supposed to play the 4. What is wrong with you? And they get really upset. It happens, dude. It really happens.
Oh, man. I remember some of the early games I played where, I was the toxic guy. I'm a reformed...
You were?
Yeah, just, some people might be shocked and offended by this, but I am a reformed character. I did my time in MMO jail, and I'm no longer that person. But I used to be the guy who would run with a couple of friends and then, one random.
Yeah.
And that one random didn't know what he did. I would be the guy who'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Get here. Do this. And I'd be the one shouting at him. And it'd be just like, but I don't know how to move. And you're like, look, man, we're in the level 20 dungeon. This is the first dungeon you can do. What do you mean you've never done it before? It's like, I installed the game 10 hours ago.
Who aggroed the... Yeah. Okay, so a lot of you have played other games.
See?
One question. Okay, so I want to turn this back on a more positive note. For those of you in chat, YouTube and Twitch as well, right? Do you guys partake in trash talk a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now, there's what kind of trash talk?
All flavors, mate. All flavors.
I'll get while people in chat are kind of talking about it. So I'll give you this example. So what I do in other games, because I don't really trash talk in BD because I'm usually dead. I'll trash talk while I'm dead.
Yeah.
And it's really that took you 3 hits. What's going on? But I used to hit him with oh, you don't watch the NBA. I used to hit him with the Tim Duncan stuff. So he was the nicest person. So if someone missed, you'd be like, oh, nice try, man. That was close. You want to step this way a bit.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah. Oh, you want to give that another shot?
Attitude. Yeah. Yeah. I 100%.
I like adding fuel to the fire. That's what I do. That is my stuff. Croc has top tier trash talk. I actually agree because he's too kind.
All I'm saying is we did that stream with Sly and Hellfire was trolling us at the time.
Yes.
And he was rolling in, popping us for no reason other than just to be himself. And we were basically like, yo, you didn't hit me properly. It took you 2 hits. I have no armor. What is your gear score?
Yeah.
And we riled him up something rotten.
Killer Croc is legitimately one of my favorite trash talkers in BDO. Because he does start if someone goes at him, he's just like, my mama taught me how to play. What about your mama? Where's your mama at? But he's one of the nicest people too. So it sounds like he's asking a genuine question, which sometimes people in his chat try to answer for him.
Honestly, even when I'm playing, all right, this is gonna sound bad. I'm gonna take the glasses off for this one because there might be facial recognition things going on. Right, I play games with my kids. We play Go Fish. We play dominoes. I tried to teach them dominoes, but they're too dumb. We play these kind of games. And they trash talk me. Yeah. I'm not even joking. Okay. They trash talk me. I trash talk them. And at the end of it, we put the cards down and I beat them all the way to their... No, that's a joke. But they trash talk... They're 5, and they trash talk better than I do. Like, legitimately, one time was like, Daddy, why did you ask for Sun? You know I don't have Sun. What are you doing? Do you even play this game? And I was like, whoa. Holy crap, I was trying to give you a hint here.
You don't even know the rotation. What's going on?
What do you mean it's your turn next? It's my turn.
Hit him with that reverse skip, draw 4 Uno combo.
Uno has been a game we've played, and it got a bit too competitive between my 2 kids.
Yeah.
But then my wife walks in and just beats everyone. It doesn't matter what the game is, my wife will beat everyone at it.
I do think people do want more. Sorry, I'm going to bring it back. I do think a lot of people do want more group content, which is something that Justin has mentioned in the Calafion Ball. So, more.
Ataraxion, I believe.
It's something he mentioned, but I think he is planning for more party content because that is something that has been the word around town within the office and stuff. And since Calafion Ball is something we've been talking about.
Someone said PvP is pretty bad right now. First knockdown wins 100%. I mean, you get knocked down. You get clapped. Like,
I thought you were going to start singing Smash Mouth.
So, essentially, at higher levels where 1 combos are possible, it's more about the footsie than anything else. It's about, like, rotating your super armors and stuff like that. If you do get knocked down, then you may have played a skill wrong or something like that. Someone, like, a few people are just saying don't get knocked. But obviously, you could get grabbed and stuff like that as well. But it's a lot of footsie. 1v1 PvP anyway is a lot of footsie.
Yeah.
You get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't never gonna beat me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. But yeah, you. JNAP, you put the wrong P word there. It's actually, it's not. Yeah, it's not possibly the night away. It's, I can't say the word on stream. But yeah, I mean, there are things about it, and yes, it could be improved, and I believe, certain things may change in the future. But yeah.
Like I said before as well, I think when me and Shirna kind of go at people at times, what's going on? When we kind of go at people, it's kind of implies that we think everything's hunky-dory and perfect. No. We very well know. And we bring that up. Please give us the ability to harpoon on inferior boats.
Bring it up.
Yeah?
Bring it up.
Sorry, Zachary. I saw you post that multiple times. Yeah.
Someone said our iframes and super armor are super functional, Monkas. Right. Another thing is the defense icons. From what I have gathered, from what I've seen and what I've played, the effect as it's popping up, so as the animation is coming up, you are currently going towards it. When it is solidified, that is when you're in your iframe or your super armor or whatever. That's just me. There are gaps in between them, maybe, or maybe like the icon lasts half a second longer, a frame or two longer. 100% it can be improved. But there are. I'll bring it up because it's one that I know. Giant Leap, for example, is one skill that has a few frames where you can be knocked out of it at the very beginning of the vertical movement and at the very end of it, I believe. There's like 2 windows where you will have the icon, but there's like 3, maybe 4 frames there where you can be knocked down. You can be hit, even though you're technically iframe or super armored. But yeah, it's roughly right at the beginning as you're not fully in the air. As you're launching into the air, there is a small window where you can be knocked down. And knowing where these windows are and these slight vulnerabilities as the opposing player is where you find the hole in the window, and that's where you go in.
That's also the differences in skills, honestly. Granted, even though I say that, people are going to start talking about, well, this class is obviously better than this class and has less windows and stuff like that. I get that. but knowing opponent frames to a certain extent, for me, it's a staple in fighting games.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't have as big of an issue with it because you know my play style when I play other games. I play the dumbest characters.
Yeah.
And I try to rock with it. So yeah.
Oh my God, Taco wrote one paragraph. It wasn't spaced out with random enters here and there. So, okay, balance instead. Right. Here's the thing about balance, and I'm going to bring it up. Shies are allergic. No, that's... No. It's a perpetually moving system. Balance is one of those things where it is constantly in flux. Whether if something's at the top for a long time or if it's not, if it's at the bottom for a long time, there is still movement within the machinations of balance. It's not just let's just throw this in, see what happens. We have to check if this ruins certain interactions. We have to look whether it's going to, let's say you improve the hit once. Is that going to do something with skill add-ons? Is that going to magically make the back damage do 3 times more damage than it should? There's things we have to, like, it's not as easy as just going, right, let's bump the damage here. Because if you only bump damage, you end up just escalating issues even more. You have to consider defensive effects. Yeah. You have to consider, like, evasions. You have to consider maybe skill animations, skill cooldowns, things like that. There are a lot of areas that you can look into.
Even in saying that, though.
Yeah.
Right? Even in saying that, we both know, and I think the company also knows, that there were missteps made. Even though we explained to you in ways like, look, we are considering all this and this and this, we'll still make missteps along the way.
Yeah.
Right? That we're
Nothing
not
is
hiding
perfect.
That. Now, sorry, just to kind of go off topic for a second, someone asked, can you go over the Capotia accessory changes? Essentially, what levels you have to reach to get certain Capotia accessories now, which is...
So, right now, it is 61, 62, 63, 64.
The new changes, however, will let you start from
58, 59, 60, 61. That's for ring, earring, belt, necklace. Then when you reach 62, 63, 64, 65, it's the same accessories, but they are versions of themselves. And if you are currently level 62, let's say, and you have not received your Capotia belt or Capotia necklace, you will receive those in the next update because they are rewards you have yet to receive. You have already received the ring and earring, however, so you're not going to get another set of those. And on top of that, you will get the Capotia ring if you are level 62 coming into this update. And remember, Capotia rewards are once per family.
Yeah. We good? I think that's a good rundown of exactly what we're getting. I thought you had thrown the notes across the room. He threw the event notices, which is why I don't know what's happening in the events anymore.
Look, man, occasionally one sheet of paper survives, and it happens to be the one that's the most important. So what are the stats for the Capotias? Let me just open BDO Codex.
While we get there.
I mean, you could do this yourself, but I'm
any
nice.
possibility to address gathering times to compensate for no range gathering having to press to gather. I don't know if there's.
Okay.
So even with that question, I think it's the words are slightly weird, but I'm not so sure there'll be compensation in so much in the way of like maybe there's a different way to allow for mass gathering. So that you can just kind of make a circle. This is the kind of stuff I want to gather in this order, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think there'll be compensation on that end because I don't believe it's warranted.
All right.
I personally don't believe it's warranted, but I'll ask.
So Capotia earrings gain DP on their enhancements. They get 2 DP and more accuracy. But obviously, it depends on the varying types of accessories. If you want to find it out, bdocodex.com. And use the search function there. It is a great way just to have a quick look at anything in the game. It's not the best at having, It's not the best at having an in-detailed discussion about things, but it's a good way to find it. Someone's asking, where is the best place to provide suggestions and feedback to improve the game? Legitimately, Discord. We do read a lot. Forums I guess, SNS. You can send tickets, I guess.
But I think what he's asking is like the best way to get a hold of us. So I would say, because like, Density Dev has spoken quite a few times before. Like I say, just because we don't respond doesn't mean that I haven't read it. So send it. I mean, for console specifically, I think Discord and social media is the best way to do it. The forum is helpful as well. Reddit's also helpful because we do go browsing through Reddit and stuff. However, when it comes to, if you're talking about PC and those kind of things, they have their own venues and the way that they kind of operate and which ones they kind of put more of a focus on, or whichever ones they directly go towards. There was a question that I saw, which was, with mastery dropping, can we get an auto delete option for the gathered trade goods?
Nah.
I don't think that's going to be a thing.
It's as bad as it sounds. They are a bonus. They can be traded, and if you trash them like I do, they are there to slow you down.
My question on gathering was more about gathering time slightly faster to compensate for. Okay. So you use compensate in that sense. Sorry, I completely misunderstood it. Sorry, Christian. So, maybe, but even then, I don't think it would warrant it.
Going sub 1 second.
Yeah, sub 1 second is going to be too fast. So, there's obviously maybe a pinch point that we can find, but whether it's worth doing it to put the time in to go do that, as opposed to maybe make a function to bring the function that we want as Life Scholars in, I'm not entirely sure which one we want more.
Work on a better camera for gathering to be similar to PC click together. I mean,
that's a suggestion. I think a camera is a good idea, but at the same time, I believe one of the former suggestions that we got was like give the farm UI, but even then, if someone starts popping you what UI and all this kind of stuff, so
I mean, it's something. It's a decent suggestion, but like just rework the camera is not as easy as typing that sentence. So it is something that's more difficult.
It is a suggestion though, so I'll take that.
There are, as some people know, there are ways to quick gather if you start your gathering on another node by turning the circle, by turning your camera until the circle changes and then doing it at 0.3 seconds. You can critical. I call it critical gathering, but you can gather straight after, and you can do the quick one that way. It's obviously not the best. A queue system would be kind of cool if it gave you an area, maybe open up a window and show materials that can be done.
Someone was saying that can you do trading goods with the tag system?
No. No.
It's a good question, but no. Get off the stream. I need to watch the playback. No, we're gonna keep going. Or you can just go on YouTube.
Yeah,
and you can go back.
Yeah, YouTube has this amazing function where you could just grab the point and drag it back to the beginning, and you can start watching the stream again.
We sent a ticket to Twitch, but they haven't responded.
Oh.
Their CMs don't respond to me.
All right, I'm going to deal with this one as well. Triple flow fishing rod has not been nerfed. If you had great results before and now your results are not good, you were in a high point of RNG. Your RNG was on absolute fire. It's cooled down. Generally, you're averaging 2 per pull, generally speaking. That means you will get 3s. That means you will get 1s. But the median is 2. And yes, it sucks when you have a triple float fishing rod and you're only pulling 1s. It happens. Sometimes you just get in that nice little funk where it's going to happen. But then one day you're going to cast it and everything is going to be 3s for the whole thing. RNG works in mysterious ways. We have not nerfed it. It is what it is. But again, I'll go ask, but I know that it's going to be a no.
That being said,
it's something to investigate.
It is, but shout out to the Reddit community who answered that question the same way that you did, where it's like, dude, RNG is RNG. I legitimately love our community and the way that they've been responding to people and their newer questions and stuff like this, because they're, and I'm not saying this that it's indicative of our community, but there are some who would like to be angry for being angry's sake. And I appreciate our community for not indulging in that. Because when you guys are angry, for the most part, you guys are angry for good reason, and we take we heed that.
Someone
However,
brought up a good point.
yeah, I know about it. It's in now.
Oh, it's fixed.
Yeah. So
I just got to go in the patch notes.
Yep. So thank you guys for answering questions in the way that you guys do. There are some, of course, who get kind of riled up and whatnot. But yes. Any word on being able to see descriptions of items in CM on the app?
Nothing at this moment.
Nothing at this moment. Sorry, dude. When I press more info in the mastery window, no more information is displayed, like bonus information for that mastery number. Shirna, what is it?
It's fixed. You'll be able to see the extra information. That like as soon as I read it, I knew what it was, and I went and checked it in game. So you can now see what you're going to get. So, for example, fluid collecting, depending on your gathering mastery, the gathering item drop rate and quantity of normal, special, and rare resources will increase, and then it gives you a breakdown of each.
With latency, the critical gathering isn't viable most of the time. I agree, but it is an option. This is what we were saying. And we're not saying that's the solution. It is an option. I did about 200 hours in Blood Wolves for the potion piece. I assume you did not get it. If you did, congrats, but I'm going to assume that you did not get it. Don't you want to join Capcom? What? Don't you want to join Capcom?
And be the new Street Fighter.
And be the new Street Fighter? Dude, I'm 5 foot nothing. I weigh $120 in feathers. What do you think is going to happen to me? I'm going to get Psycho Crusher. I don't think this is going to... Unless I got my blinged out cube. I don't think that's going to work out so well. What are the rewards we receive on the stage level up? It's mostly scrolls, shards, sharps, hards, stones, and stuff like that from up to 60. And you get...
there are boxes.
And then levels 61 and 62, which go on for an additional 2 weeks, gives you Ancient Spirit Dust, Cronstones, Advice of Valks, and there's one more. I forget what it was.
He did get it, by the way. There is a possibility to reword the GM page so it shows all the guild missions with their servers.
Oh, they mean the game, not...
Yeah, I thought it was us, and I was like, why did they want to hunt us down?
Would I want to be on Street Fighter? No, because I know what that community is. I'm part of that community. I'm not as happy as I am here.
Can you make a way to convert timbers to regular logs? Right. If you don't understand how that would break the game, in terms of the economy of logs, it would be disastrous. It sounds rough, but the idea of logs and rough stones is that they're a resource you can only go and gather instead of getting your workers to do it. So it's like, although it seems like kind of cool that you'll get logs, it would kind of crash a lot of the economy based around logs and rough stones and things like that. Yep. Even more so than it already is. We didn't say there were no more gold bars for a Sage Level Up event. There are.
Dolphin Mount when? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
Will we be able to hide our name but keep our health and mana visible like on PC? I mean, you'll have it always in the top corner, but I don't know if we're going to be able to separate it.
I do want to mention something regarding the Life Skill Mastery update. Since then, you know how it's like spot taken, bro, and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Right? You had an incident with this regarding life skills. Apparently, there's multiple incidents on like Coat Mountain and stuff. It's like, yo, spot taken. And they GVG'd, they've decked, and gone after one another. And it's kind of amazing.
That's, yeah.
I'm really happy
you
that's
don't
happening.
mess with someone else's life skill rotation, especially on Sheep Mountain, bro.
Yeah, Sheep Mountain is I don't go there because
sheep are not effective. The awakening moves, the new awakening skills will be coming in a future update. Pilgrim's Haven causes decks. But you could be polite in Pilgrim's Haven.
Yo, no. Like, outside of Balanos, people are just like, yo, I'm kind of doing something here. Okay, I'll go to... You can have a conversation.
I've been in an area where there's like 10 to 15 dudes from a guild all gathering in Pilgrim's Haven. I'm just like, guys, can you just leave me this rock? This one stack? Because, you know, the stacks are basically like... I was like, just leave me this one. You can have everything around it. Just leave me this one. And they were like, yeah, okay.
People are pretty nice and Dregan, though, for life scaling. Like, because I go for... Can I just say it? Yeah, I'll say it. I go for scorpion meat and things like that. But People are really nice there. Sheep Mountain is the Chicago of BDO.
Has your horse been killed by the Nayslayer?
What? No. What is this?
That's a great name for someone who goes around and kills horses.
I have not been... No, my horse has not been killed by the Nayslayer. That is incredible. I want to take up the mantle.
Someone's asking, like, what's the awakening going to be? Unfortunately, we have no idea at the moment.
Yeah.
And even if we did, we can't tell you.
Christian just messaged me on Discord, and hopefully I'll get to you eventually.
Does the reset also reset emergency escape?
Ooh, let's check it out.
Whoop. Oh, no, wait. I have no weapons out. That would help. Whoop. Okay.
Chat filters. Jonathan, I know about the chat filters. I saw you asking about it, but like, unfortunately, I just don't have an answer for you right now.
It does not. Is the merchant ring fully in? Right. Merchant ring is one of the rarest treasure items in the game. From what I know, the individual pieces are in.
No. Yeah.
But
the individual pieces are in up to a certain point.
But they're the original specs, not the one where it's like somewhere in Deleter, I guess. And that one's not in, but the original OG specs, I believe, are in.
Nayslayer and Velia Strangler Perma-Red hunt them. No, I want to join them. I want to be part of their crew.
The Velia Strangler as well? That's a good name.
Wait. Are you seriously the Nayslayer in YouTube?
Who's the Nayslayer?
Catter.
No.
Are you serious? Is that actually you?
No, permadeck on that YouTube account. Trent, what is your Discord name? His Discord name
Square bracket CM, square bracket space Trent. You'll find me in the announcements most likely.
Same here. My name is CM Shirna with square brackets, but nobody wants to talk to me. It's fine.
Bro, Yaks is a toxic area. Do the EXP for hunting and Yak me and hide can make you right. Right. I've never thought I'd read that as a sentence. I know what all those words mean individually. But to think that the Yak area is quite toxic is amazing.
I used to know a duo for PvP horse killers named Batman and Robin. I then created an alt account to make a guild named PETA with a witch wizard named after the founders just to go around and save the animals.
Yeah, Catter is the Nayslayer, if what you're saying is true. I will reach out to you because I would like to join your ranks.
Someone said, when can we attack players in town? Right.
I won't be able to.
Let's talk about this because I legitimately, just this morning, 2 hours ago, was talking to Trent about this. I was like, dude, what if we just, on Arsha server, turned off the safe zone in Ovia and let people have at it? I cannot see a single issue with turning off the safe zone in safe zone. Like, turning off the safe zone in Velia, in Ovia, I cannot see a single issue. And
What if we made it that on the Ovia servers, there is no safe zones? Like, none at all.
On the Ovia server?
All of them?
Yeah, but then I don't want to do that. You got to do it on the Arsha server.
Town guards will wreck you.
I'm actually all in.
Adopt Wakitoshi as a pet when? I want to say no. 60 horses a day. Dang, those are Olympic numbers. What is wrong with you?
The Nayslayer is actually stupidly geared.
Wait. Brutality, you know the Nayslayer? Because the Nayslayer's in YouTube chat. Yo, YouTube Nayslayer, are you stupidly geared as Twitch Brutality is saying?
Alright, I actually have another thing. Nah. What if we did just remove the safe zones for one day?
Just in general?
Oh, we can call it the purge.
We wanted to do that, remember?
Yeah.
That was one of the ideas that we really wanted to do.
Skills usable in towns on horses. I mean, you don't know. Why does DK not have a loyalty outfit? Besides Pearl Abyss hates her, right?
He's one of the tankier players in the game.
We don't hate DK. The reason she doesn't have a loyalty outfit is because she doesn't have a loyalty outfit.
Yeah, that's as much as I can give you. Oh my god. Just this bridge between YouTube and Twitch of like Twitch regaling the tales of the Nayslayer while the Nayslayer is in YouTube is incredible. BDO purge on April 1st. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Next year, maybe.
Why would we remove megas from loyalties? Because I don't know. I really don't. No, I thought that was weird.
Megas?
Megaphones.
Oh, I was like Mega Evolutions. I was like, what is going on here?
Oh man, no, that's not a thing, unfortunately. Do it for April Fools. No, do you remember last year when we put the Christmas music in and then everyone was hunting for my head?
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen again.
Right. The pop-up notification, nothing is going to change at the moment.
Oh man. Sorry, Kashima, are you okay? We've been at this for quite some time. You good? Actually?
We'll chop it off in 8 minutes. Because that will be, it will put us at 1:30 our local time, and my belly is starting to rumble. So 8 minutes.
No Christmas music. No, it's not a Digimon reference. It is a Pokemon reference.
Yeah, it's the Mega Evolutions.
Pigtails on all female characters when?
Why only female characters?
Why not?
Why can't my Zerk be glorious?
What if we put the pigtails on Archer and told Croc, yo, here it is?
What if you just give him spiked up hair that looks like a beard, but it can only go on the top of the head?
Oh, it's just...
It's just a beard on top of the head, and we're like, dude, just your character spends most of his time upside down anyway.
Why are we attacking? Why do we attack Croc? We attack Croc so much. Oh man. Have a good night, Taco. Hey, for those of you who are still sticking around, thank you. You have no reason to do so. But very much appreciated.
Yeah, always appreciated.
Aquatic, you may not be wrong, but no. Everyone should know that Corgi's the greatest wizard in the world, regardless of whether or not he says it or not. You know,
regardless of whether or not he is a wizard.
That too. That too. Do you know what the Fallen God ring is for? Nobody knows, even on PC. Yes. Oh, Nate's in the chat now. Yo, Nate.
Yo, we were talking about you earlier.
Apparently you're banned in chat? Like your name in general? What's the Twitch address? Twitch.tv/PlayBlackDesert. All of our handles are PlayBlackDesert, except on Instagram, which is play_BlackDesert.
Because somebody already took it.
Someone sat on it.
I remember setting that up. Okay. What about the King's Key for Nova? That will eventually be used in a quest, according to the people who design the story. Jesang, who was in the Sage video, he was the guy who told me that it will eventually have a use and that he cannot tell me what it's for.
Wait, we have an the console project has an Instagram. We personally I personally have Instagrams.
I don't. Instagram's for...
No, it's because when I had side businesses, that's why.
I don't like Instagram.
Why?
Because sharing pictures is... Like, I don't want to share my pictures.
I know. I just share pictures of my shoes.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person. What am I going to share pictures of? My 5 mechanical keyboards?
You have more keyboards than I do.
Yeah, I know. I now have 5 mechanical keyboards.
You have a gross amount of keyboards.
But yes. They're all different. I'm just going to... let's start this. They're all different. I have an Industrial Cherry MX keyboard. I have a Ducky Shine with the small one. I have the Ducky Shine, the large one, the full 128. I have a 60 key, Arrow keyless, like a 64 key, I think. Then I have an Aorus, which has no tempad, and then I have another full keyboard at work, which is a low profile Logitech, super quiet. I quite like mechanical keyboards. I also have another one that I gave away because it was terrible. I paid like $30 for it.
I have a Logitech keyboard that I got for $19.99.
I've spent way too much.
And it came with headphones. That was a cool thing.
Oh, God.
It was dope.
Oh, God.
It was so great. I was like, this is a steal.
I've spent like, what? I worked it out the other day. I've spent like $800 on keyboards.
Come on, the console version should gain more functional treatment in terms of performance and quality and PS5 and I agree. However, PS5 and Xbox X versions are quite different. They're just different in terms of the way that we roll them out. I like the things that Jesongnim and Jesongnim have, and Jaenim actually have been doing in terms of putting a focus on optimization. And here's why. I've said this in the last year, and I'll say it again. Given the industry that we're in, which is the gaming industry, and seeing what the benchmark has been, which is go get the newest system, it made a lot of people angry, but people just were used to it because it's par for the course. I like that we're still trying to do it. That actually makes me happy. Proud on Twitch.
All right, so somebody brings up, why don't you add like real money, not real money, but like gambling within BDO, like blackjack, right? If you don't know about the ratings boards in various countries, you can have your own version of gambling, like gambling games, like card games and stuff like that, and it won't affect your ratings. Same as drug use, which is how skooma gets passed in like Skyrim and stuff like that. But once you have a reflection of a real game, it's considered teaching people how to play said gambling mechanism that instantly puts you at 18 plus rating regardless.
Yeah, it's primarily legal schematics. I know what people in chat are saying, and I get what you're trying to say. In terms of legal definitions, the way that it goes about kind of changes. I can speak on Quebec specifically, which is as soon as you have a card game in which you can gain or lose things, it's considered gambling. It's no longer considered a video game. It is considered a part of a gambling commission. And it has to be, and there's different processes in the way that it goes.
Someone brought up like Gwent and stuff like that.
Sorry?
Gwent and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, but like, that's what I mean. Like, you have to go through certain things in Quebec specifically for that to be a thing and to be considered a video game. And there's a lot of different variables to kind of teeter-totter, I guess. But it goes before the commission.
Oh.
So, yeah.
But someone brings up, like, why don't you do, like, top Trump style? So, all right,
Yeah.
I had a thought. And I've talked to you a little bit about this where, like, you know, I thought of an idea where you have a mini card game within Black Desert. And I thought about it. It's something I personally would like to do, but I understand the difficulties therein. But as long as someone also brought up the point that it would be an easy way to do like real silver trading and real money trading like that, which would be rough.
Yeah. But again, like people in chat, what you're saying, I get what you're saying. Legal definitions work in a very different way. And whether I culturally support something or culturally don't support something is irrelevant before the legal systems that are in place. That's what kind of sucks. That being said, though, it has been 8 minutes. I don't want Kashimo to give us crap for this. So we got to actually wrap this up.
Yep.
Any last words?
Peace, love, and respect the bling, I guess.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around with us for this long. It's been 2.5 hours.
Yeah, seriously, thank you all for joining us. As always, it is an absolute pleasure to be sitting here in front of you all and discussing what we discuss. And we do hope legitimately that some of you, all of you know that there is a lot of it that comes from a jesty place. And we have very serious voices when serious stuff goes on. There is a very large difference between the two. And, we hope that you guys understand that if we rip into your guild or we rip into you, we do it from a place of love and entertainment for everyone else.
We do it from love, but if you feel offended, please let us know.
Yep.
Legitimately.
And seriously, guys, have a good night. If you're in North America, if you're in Europe and you're still watching, have a good morning.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you, guys.
Cheers, all.